Wow. Lost your voice already.
Okay. Welcome to Near Mint Condition, a channel where you can watch a video where I'm bubbling under my breath to Omar before it starts. I'm your host, the Astonishing Melody, but the real host is Uncanny Omar. Yay!
Wow.
Kermit the Frog.
What a setup. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this Saturday morning. It is your Saturday live stream here at Near Mint Condition. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day. And what's up, Taylor Talks Comics? Ateed, what's up, buddy?
No, Josh, I'm not.
Why are you buying a Ford?
Because he showed me Demon Slayer Redneck
I saw
TikTok.
that. He showed it to me. I'm like, what am I watching? What is this TikTok?
Ooh, Darkwave Fairy has their own iced tea latte.
Nice.
Cheers. It does
Nocturne.
not look appetizing on this camera.
No, it
Cheers.
looks like dirty mop water. Let me tell you a little bit about Nocturne. Nocturne is somebody that found the channel 5 years ago because he Nocturne, were you looking for pickle recipes?
I feel like
or
it
something?
was longer. Like,
what's up, Breed Comics? How are you? Glad to have you here today.
Yeah, and the first episode was called Not That Kind of Pickle. So he watched it.
That's how that journey began, and for some reason, Nocturne stuck around. Thank you, Tyler. Hopefully, Tyler commented on the Mark Spector Moon Knight omnibus 3 times because he couldn't believe that it's actually coming. I love delivering news like that. Don't forget to hit that like button while sitting here waiting. Thank you so much, O'Doyle. I appreciate that. Omar, the Uncanny Know-It-All. I hope I don't come across like that. Nuh-uh. I was corrected on my...
What, last week?
No, my video, because I always thought the Round Robin was written by David Michelini, but it's Al Milgrom that wrote it. So
it was your mom that wrote it.
Yep, that's the kind of immature
really cool.
jokes you're going to hear. Everyone, including the chat, the Book of Gogor, have officially launched Kickstarter, Help Ken Gehring, to help bring his project to life. Help him, please.
Thank you, Common Sense, for the super chat. And yeah, thank you for advertising for, I'm assuming, your friend. Right?
Or maybe maybe Common Sense really likes the book.
It's really important to
What's up, Joe?
Help people get their stuff out there.
Yes. Sup, I spent $500 on Omnibus. Wow, that's a good way to start a conversation. Hickman FF, Brubaker Cap, Remender Cap, Aaron Strange, Fall of Mutants, Peter David Hulk 4, the rest of Udon Street Fighter covers. I'm supposed to save. I'm sorry. That's not what we do here. We don't save. But you do get to read some really cool stories. I'm glad somebody bought those Udon Street Fighters. Those are great. I love those. Are down here as some of my favorite books.
Let's see. Don Baca, do you know of any chance for a print of Inhumans by Paul Jenkins anytime soon?
Inhumans is a dark corner of the Marvel universe that for some reason seems to be forgotten.
So dark is in. It's forgotten, not dark.
Yeah, no. That's a really good jumping on point for Inhumans, by the way, that Paul Jenkins run, because he did as much research as anybody reading Inhumans for the first time, meaning zero. He did not know what the Inhumans were, but I'll be honest with you, that's when they were doing experimental things at Marvel, like they were bringing in the Marvel Knights things, like you have Bendis on Ultimate Spider-Man. On Daredevil, they were taking chances. You had Joe Quesada come in and do artwork. They had Garth Ennis doing the Punisher, things like that. And then one of the things that they tried was this book called The Inhumans, bringing them out of obscurity and letting this new dude write it named Paul Jenkins. And he had never read a single issue of Inhumans. So that's how that came about, and it worked. Sometimes it doesn't work, though, when somebody doesn't know anything about a certain character and they write a story and, yeah, it just turns out bad.
I had a lot of fun yesterday morning before the state testing that we do in Kentucky. I'm sure they do in all states. That I had a geeky conversation for a good 20 minutes with students. And this one student, so she's like 12 or 13, and she was talking about Inhumans, and she asked which was my favorite Robin.
Wow.
And she really knows her stuff. And I was like, what the hell?
That's awesome when you find somebody like that, especially somebody so young.
So let's see. Hi, Jason Does Stuff. What's up, Omar and Melanie? First day of summer for me. Good. Sophomore year, high school is done. Congratulations. I was wondering if there would be a Sonic IDW hardcover volume 3. My little brother and I love it, but I don't see a solicit.
Yeah. No solicits yet. But they're missing a chance of having Knuckles on it, right? You gotta have Knuckles on the third one. Who would the fourth hardcover have? Shadow the Hedgehog? Rogue?
Yeah, Shadow.
Rogue?
Shadow.
What's her name? Rogue. What's up, Chris Balga?
Hey, what about the Till Heroes Con? I didn't realize it. It's Charlotte.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
where we're going to be. That gets less is stacked with more big announcements coming.
Who else they got? Ralph Macchio?
That would be cool.
Not the editor, the Karate Kid. Who else would I like to see? Peter Cullen. I'd like to see him again.
Oh, and I bragged to them yesterday, the kids, about like having interviewed Peter Cullen and
Twice.
what a great guy he is.
Twice. He was such a good guy.
Wait, so I'm assuming, Chris, you're going then?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll be.
That would be silly if I assumed not.
We'll be at Heroes Con in June.
So I suppose we should. I want to get together with everybody. We should like make a plan.
All right, Melanie's gonna get together with everybody.
Like,
I'll be
we
drinking.
should do that.
And
Like make a plan. So
you do know we have to work, right? Like that is part of like.
Okay, we got 24 hours. Oh no! After
Hold on,
8,
we're having a family meeting.
After 8, I'll be done. I'll be tired.
Yeah, ain't no done, dude. We gotta book it. We gotta book interviews. We gotta walk around.
Okay, well, we need to get started.
You gotta set up.
I'm only going to work.
You ain't getting a free ticket. You ain't getting a free ticket to the convention. You gotta work. That's what we do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Omar would rather work than talk to you guys. Ha ha ha. Cancel Omar. Thank you, Friends and Hater. Thank you. That was really sweet. June 24th and 25th.
Yes.
Hey guys.
What's up, Mongo?
Yes, you're allowed to read comics.
No, you're not ever too old to read comics.
Oh, thank you. Omar said, grow out your bangs. And I said, okay. Whatever he said.
No, I said you can do whatever you want to. It is your hair.
I just took your suggestion.
Hi, Omar. I'm a collector from Turkey. I started collecting Omnibus from the USA. When do you think that Venom Spider-Man will get reprinted? It is in our top 20, but I haven't seen anything yet. The announcements are having to shift around a little bit, though, because it's a nightmare. Like, it's a nightmare in distribution right now. Ports aren't opening up again. People are only working part-time at certain printers, so they have to use 2 printers. They're using the printer in Turkey. Well, I've talked about this a lot, but just to kind of keep everybody updated, like, and then they have to wait for the ports to open up to get the ships docked in. I'm still waiting on a book from Fantagraphics that the ship has been out to, like, it's been out on a boat since March.
I'm on a boat.
That book's been on a boat since March. So, yes, there's a lot of delays, especially Marvel and DC. So, hopefully things will settle back down and we'll get the schedule back. But things are already shifting next year. So, the announcements I was going to make now are shifted into like June or July of next year because of everything happening this year. And they don't want to, they don't want 30 Omnis coming out on the same day. So, that's why that's happening.
We also told Marvel about adding Quicksilver in more comics, right? Because they just announced that he'll be in the new Damage Control series in August.
That's what I do. I tell people what to add, and they listen. No, I do like Quicksilver.
Jimmy, I'm glad you're excited. Should Power Wars Comics Reader get War of the Realms in the next 10
hardcovers?
Mm-hmm. Hardcovers, looking at filling in the gaps between that they've previously collected of Aaron Thor. I think I'm decided on the Panini trades most in print.
Those are beautiful when they're all put together on a shelf.
That reminds me, somebody was reading Aaron's Thor because I had the comics in the classroom, and after testing, you're not allowed to be on your phone or anything, and it was wonderful. Kids were reading comics, and I had Batman coloring sheets of Spider-Man, and this kid like drew the legs of Spider-Man that were missing, and it was really bad, and it was amazing. Any news on how the Avengers versus X-Men Omni will be mapped? Is it mini-event tie-ins? Or will some relevant tie-ins be
I don't know.
Between issues?
I mean, honestly, all they have to do is send the 2 big files of AVX over to the printer and say, put these together. And here's your AVX Omnibus. I don't know if they'll be remapping them or not, nor Tim Drake is the right answer for that. Tim Drake is the greatest Robin of all time. That is the only answer. Melanie, did you say Tim Drake?
Oh,
I like Damien.
I said no. Oh gosh, I don't like Damien. I said actually I don't have that much of an opinion. I said yours was because yours was Dick because of Nightwing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but
So sure, yeah.
Dick is the greatest Nightwing. Tim is the greatest Robin. Bruce is 6 out of 10 Batman. 6 out of 10 Batman.
Bar, I'm gonna wait 20 minutes before I click.
Oh my gosh! Quit giving her. Please don't start.
Oh, Joe's like Damien all day.
You like Damien? I don't know. Who says Tim sucks? Who wrote that? Who wrote Tim sucks?
Cody.
Cody gets a pass. Just because I remember that. Tim's greatest. And I ain't talking about new. Now, keep me in mind. I'm talking about pre-New 52 Tim Drake when he was he was the man. I love Tim Drake. Ever since New 52, they kind of just messed up his story arc anyway. Like, what's canon, what wasn't canon? Was he a Robin to begin with, or was he always Red Robin? That kind of stuff. I don't think DC even knew what to do with the character anymore. Because they had what's her name there, or what's his name, Damien there.
Thank you, Lionheart. How are you doing?
Oh, what's up, dude? You got, dude. Let me tell you something, man.
Okay, so Lionheart says, in case you're listening, I completed the entire Transformers collection by IDW in hardcover this week. That's a lot.
That's a lot of books, and on top of that, those freaking books are going out of print, and chances of them coming back into print are very slim. So there's a lot of them that people are. That's what happens, in the market. People take advantage of that. Oh, it's going out of print. I mean, look up. I'm sure y'all probably saw how many Conan books went up on sale. What's up, Bunkmaster B? How many Conan books went up on sale when rumors started coming around and then people started making statements. By the way, there is to talk about Conan again. I can't say anything. I can't quote anybody. I can't say anything. All I can say still is that, look for the solicits, and the books that were already solicited, those are still coming out by end of year. And rumors are circulating everywhere. People, how do I put this? People have talked about it on Twitter that probably shouldn't have.
People are rioting in the streets.
Videos are going up everywhere. Everybody seems to know the real truth of why Marvel lost Conan. Like, it's funny to me to see all these people with thumbnails of this is what happened to Conan. Marvel loses one of the biggest hey, come on, dude, don't act like you know. It's but anyway, good morning, NMC, much love. Thanks, Jack Ferry.
Yeah.
Woke NATO, you're dead to me. IDW did a go.
Okay.
This is really important. IDW did a Transformers hardcover blowout last month, so inventory is going to clear fast. Get on it, guys. If you're wanting Transformers, yes. Those IDW stories are some of the best comics I've read. The best incarnation of Transformers.
You need to find a place for me to skip the beginning.
I told you got to go to phase 2. That's the beginning of Optimus going, the war's over.
You did tell me?
Yeah, he takes the Matrix, splits it in half, gives half to Bumblebee, gives the other half to Hot Rod. And he's like, deuces,
I do remember that happened. So I don't remember you telling me to start there. So I'm sure you'll have to remind me again in next month.
Okay, hey Omar, when
you all remind me.
When Image will start publishing the the slipcases?
Out the Spawn hardcover slipcases over prints.
I think are they starting with volume 4? I can't remember, but they are starting sometime this summer. The hardcovers are coming back. What's up, Robert?
Robert's wondering, how does the What's a Feature Deluxe Edition compare to a DC Marvel Deluxe Edition size-wise?
It's as tall as a the slipcases from DC, an Absolute Edition. So it's taller than your Omnibus Editions.
Good answer.
Thanks, boss.
Hey, thanks to IDW, I found his channels. I was looking for info on the books.
Well, thanks to IDW for you, then, my dude.
It's just Angel with a toaster. Toaster project. Stray toaster project. Is Saki IDW hardcovers anytime soon?
I haven't heard a single word about those. They're still pumping out the color volumes though, so I'm sure sometime. I'm hoping that we will get a hardcover of that.
What about Deceased Omni?
Dude, as soon as you saw the announcement, right? The final DC series is coming out later this year. I assume we are going to get an omnibus because they've released those in hardcover format and trade paperbacks. There's no way that we don't get an omnibus of that. It's Tom Taylor. It's a hot it's a hot property. So,
Hey, here's our buddy Ezra. So,
what's up, Ezra?
The Ezra question for the day: any good Clayface stories?
Yes, read all of James Tynion's Detective Comics. Seriously, those are like some of the best. He makes you care about the character of Clayface. Last year, everyone complaining about all the Conan books getting it. It is funny, right? This year, everyone writing about Conan books not coming out.
Conan the Wrestler is greater than.
Who is Conan the Wrestler, Jimmy? Are you just making up stuff? Hi, Omar and Melanie. Forgive me if you've answered this question.
You are forgiven.
Okay, there you go. She's the forgiver.
1,000 times. If it's been asked 1,000 times already, but if you're allowed to say, do you know if the Superior Spider-Man will be reprinted in any format?
So I signed an NDA, so even if I knew I couldn't say anything, I will say this. They know how much people want that book by now. It's in, I've shared my list of them. My video doesn't come out till June of my most wanted omnis. But, it got voted in the top 50 most wanted Marvel Omnibus. So, in the end, it's up to them when they release it. But they do know how much people want that series. I want them to start a brand new day or big time, but that's just me.
I love Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien had the greatest seasons of The Simpsons.
All right, not far. I won't wait.
Dude, how are you doing those 3 exclamation marks in color?
You're impressed. Not far was asking about your top 5 ladies. Oh, I'll probably get the question wrong. Top 5 ladies. There was in comics. There was a vote on Twitter, and Jean was in the top 3.
Jean, really?
And she wants you to answer Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn.
Those are cookie cutter answers. So I'm answering with some obscure characters like Storm, Rogue.
Oh, they're so obscure from.
All right, no. In all seriousness, though, Storm is one of the greatest characters, if not the greatest X-Man ever. Seriously, Rogue, Oracle. Oh man, now this is where it gets hard. Power Girl. Out of the big two, right? Just DC and Marvel.
Oh, Bar, repeat your question. I posted it again. Okay, I don't know where it is.
Omar, right there.
There it is. Okay.
Who would you say?
Popularity, sales, and general recognizability.
Oh, so that's different. Okay. Popularity wise, oh my gosh, who's a character that has? I guess She-Hulk. She-Hulk lasted. She's had a few series, and they've been pretty successful.
And now there's the show, but a couple of people are saying it doesn't look good.
Well, no, that's just the CG looks. They need to fix the CG, which I think they will. I think they released that trailer way too soon.
Oh, okay.
Popularity. I would say like Storm, but Storm hasn't had, she's had a couple of miniseries. Squirrel Girl has had 50 plus issues. I'm going to say that again.
Jess Bragg is grateful.
No, Jess is not like Squirrel Girl. He likes Gwenpool. Squirrel Girl has had 50 plus issues. I mean, if we're going to go by popularity, then I guess Spider-Woman's been pretty successful with her original series, and then the new ongoing series you had. That series is really good, by the way. So I'm going to stick to She-Hulk. Wonder Woman, of course. I mean, yeah. Batgirl. I want to say the longest running Batgirl series was Cassandra Cain's run was actually longer than Barbara Gordon's run. Well, I guess if you include Batgirl and the Birds of Prey.
You could not do this on Twitter.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, I'm not saying it's bad, but right? Wait, do you still have only a certain amount of characters to type?
Oh, no. I would just name the 5 of them.
Okay, apparently they were Wonder Woman, Storm, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Sue Storm. So Storm got Sue Storm.
Yeah, and I hate to admit it, but Harley Quinn would be up there too. Catwoman, though, she had a lot.
No, she's saying this is it.
Oh, this is the okay. Anyway, Wonder Woman, Storm, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Sue Storm. She's had a couple of miniseries. Get that out of there and put She-Hulk in there instead. Note to chatters, push your question 100 times. Like Barty, your question gets posted.
Okay, so we've got a couple of super chats, and also you had picked a question, and then we went.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's on me and on Melanie. Good morning.
Thank you, Bert. Good morning. I neither knew who Omar was nor when an omnibus was before April 15th at 3 p.m. Now I have 3 full and 2 smaller omnis on the way. It's your fault. Capitalized fault. Congratulations, Bert.
Well, I'm sorry, and welcome to this wonderful world of money.
Oh my gosh, Disney just out multiversed itself with Chip and Dale.
I can't wait to watch it. I heard it was good. I heard it was good.
It hurts my eyeballs. Thank you, Jack Berry, again for the super chat. What's your opinion of comics publishers lowering the pay rates, wages for writers, artists, creators, etc.? That's a thing?
If that's a thing, that's messed up. All right, honest answer. Here's my honest answer. If that's really a thing, that's messed up. Would I love to write and draw at Marvel or DC Comics? 100%. Would I take a hit in my income to draw and write X-Men? Oh my God, yes. You know how many kids would do? You know how many professional artists would do that? Because let me tell you what that does. That gets your name out there. Okay? I know we all think about this like, we see people, writers and artists, and they have every right to complain about this.
Thank you, Kevin, for the super sticker.
And they have every right to complain about this. I see both sides of the story here, but like you have Ed Brubaker. Ed Brubaker wrote, this, how he was hurt that he didn't get paid for Winter Soldier. He got a thank you, right? This is Ed Brubaker, who co-created
that's really
Winter Soldier.
Tough.
Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing you got to keep in mind. This is a business. And I'm not taking up for Marvel. I'm not taking up for DC, but you just have to think about it like a business. I worked at a place where I created a program. That place now owns that program. I don't get any money for that program, right? You are work for hire. That's what these people are doing. However, if it wasn't for Captain America's run, Ed Brubaker's Captain America run, like 75% of the people wouldn't know who he was and wouldn't be buying things like Criminal, right? So it gets your name out there. Think of all the people that found out who Matt Fraction was and now follow his work because of his run on X-Men or Thor. Yes, it sucks because you don't get paid as much. Yes, it sucks because there are movies based on your work. So
Novark's saying that doesn't pay the rent to get your name out there. And Josh is saying
it doesn't, but
I'd rather be a cog to be able to eat as well. Like a cog.
I get it. Like it doesn't, but it gets your name out there, right? And that will get people to follow your work. Like there are creators. Look at the Image creators. If it wasn't for Marvel Comics, I mean, in a weird way, right? We wouldn't have Image Comics. We wouldn't have had all the kids like us, like me, that followed Jim Lee to Wildcats. I didn't even like Wildcats and I was buying it. I didn't like Spawn and I was buying it, but I love the artwork. And I will follow the creators because of their work they did on Spider-Man and X-Men and Wolverine, right? It really sucks that if it is true, I don't know, I haven't heard about this, by the way. If they're lowering the paid, like the wages, that really sucks. I'm not saying that, I stand for that, because if that's true, that's messed up because they don't make enough to begin with. But
Neil Adams said once that with DC, he got a lot of money for Batman Begins, but didn't get money from Marvel.
Well, talking to Len Wein got money, and it wasn't a lot of money, but for creating Lucius Fox, right? So when Batman Begins came out, he got a little bit of a paycheck for Lucius Fox. But Wolverine, he got zero. He didn't get anything. And that was because of the contracts that were written at the time. Things are different now. Like, things are in a contract. When you create something, things are a lot different. And that all happened. It really started happening with the whole Superman movie. The Siegel and Schuster, that whole lawsuit and all that. So basically, working for Marvel and DC is mostly for clout. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure everybody feels a little bit different. I'm sure there are successful independent creators that have just rode the success of their work without having to write for the big two. But I'm trying to really think of creators like that stuck to their independent work and didn't go and write for Marvel or DC. This was a really good question, by the way. That was an excellent question that just kind of kept me going, because now I'm starting to think, like, has there been a creator that has just been completely successful creating his own independent stuff? And the only one I can really think of is Robert Kirkman, with the success of like Walking Dead and Invincible. He didn't have to go over to Marvel to write Jubilee or Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, maybe in the chat, if you guys
that is a really good topic.
Comic writer that didn't work for the big two and built a name for himself or herself.
I'd like to carry this into an episode one day, because that is a really good question.
So wait, who asked the question? It was
Chris? No.
Jack?
Jack?
No, I can't
Thanks for
remember.
asking that question. That really opened up that door of like.
Bert, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for Star Wars recommendation for first Omni. What order would would you read these? Legends, Old Republic, Empire, Canon, both Vaders, and Star Wars. Aaron.
Okay, so you're asking what order? So go with Old Republic because that is the oldest, and it doesn't matter that it's canon or not. And then go for Empire. Then read Star Wars. Oh man, you know what? No, then you can go back. I'm okay with that. Like I get control of this. Read Aaron's run, and then Vader by Gillen
for your opinion. So
and then read the Vader by Charles Soule. Even though it takes place after Episode 3, I think you get a better experience with Empire. Empire's freaking awesome, by the way.
Let's see. So to go back,
what's up, Graham? How are you, buddy?
Yeah, Graham's wondering about the new Epic Collection now.
June, they're coming together, man. I got Marvel Masterworks list. I got Marvel Masterworks all the way to August.
I started and I just unstarted. Somebody's asking about which is a better 52 Rebirth run, Nightwing or Flash.
Rebirth or 52?
Oh, sorry.
Those are two different things.
No, I forgot. I think it was 52.
A better 52 run? I like Flash 52. I thought that had wonderful artwork by Francis Manipool.
The student yesterday who was what's it called? Impressing me. She was like, "Hey, what's your favorite Flash villain?"
Like a rogue?
Yes.
You should have been like, first of all, they're called rogues, kid. Get out of my classroom. Hey, Omar, just bought the McFarlane Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus. What happened that Marvel didn't originally print the book? The wrong file got sent.
With the ASM 300.
Yeah. Wrong file got sent to the printer. But then they did print enough dust jackets to send out to the
I remember that.
To like cheap graphic novels and in-stock
Like
trades, organic price books. Yeah. But I think it depended on how many copies you ordered. And some people didn't even get theirs because other people got greedy and started ordering extras to sell online. I'm not calling anybody out, but I know I was told by a couple of realtors, a couple of shops that's what happened. Which, I mean, I guess you gotta pay the rent. So yeah, okay, Dave Sim, Jeff Smith, thank you for that. They're putting in some of the answers to the question I asked. Like, here, who has successfully wrote and drawn. Hi Omar, what is the Thor Where to Start Reading series coming? Next month, I think? Is that when Love and Thunder comes out? Yeah, so next month.
It was Rebirth.
Eastman and Laird. Okay. Yes, Eastman and Laird, 100%. Why did I think of that? They had a multi-million-dollar empire because of the toys, because of the animated show. They are the true independent creators when it comes to, like, if you want to be like somebody, Eastman and Laird is the way to go, except when they broke up. But they got back together because they didn't want to create a fifth turtle. Hey, Omar, Melanie.
It was the Rebirth run.
Okay. If you're going for Rebirth, I still suggest Flash Rebirth. I think Flash Rebirth is solid.
King Squirt's voting for Captain Cold.
I love Captain Cold.
That's what I picked.
I got to go with... No, Captain Cold's the man. Yeah, Captain Cold's the man. Then the Pied Piper. I like Pied Piper a lot. Complex character. Heatwave's a messed up dude. Good morning, Omni.
Thank you, Matt, for the super chat.
Conglomerate the companies raking billions of dollars can afford to get a creator's name out there and break them a little something.
Yep. I agree with that.
I think with newer contracts though, like I think that might be a thing that happens besides getting a thank you on a movie. I think that is a thing that happens is like they get a little bit of something. But the old guard, I mean, they had to fight to get even a little bit for TV shows or anything.
Well, look at the fact that, oh my gosh, what's the organization, the charity called?
Hero?
The Hero Initiative. Like, the fact that it exists means that people are getting screwed over. I don't know.
Well, that's because how do you keep a business going, right? That is a whole different thing. That is like, should everybody writing and drawing comics get benefits? Well, then the rise of comics are going to go up. right? Can you afford a $10 comic instead of a $5 comic, knowing that you are helping a creator have health benefits, or do you not care about that stuff? Think about all the comments when I announced 52 Omnibus, the reprint being $175. Why are things going up? This doesn't make any sense. Can you imagine an Omnibus if creators were getting paid health benefits?
like
Be $225. Yeah, and then can you imagine the comic? 9 times out of 10, people aren't going to care about health benefits for somebody. They're going to care about their own money. I mean, that's just the human nature, right? You take care of your own, and you want to put food on the table. I'm not paying $225 for an omnibus. I don't care whose benefits it helps pay. So that's probably the mentality of a lot of people. But that's another different subject. Yeah, good question.
You're welcome.
Stan Sakai, Eric Powell. Yeah, have you seen that Stan Sakai Samurai Bunny show? How did that get a seal of approval? Eric Powell, Jeff Smith, Brian Lee O'Malley. Yeah, those are good. I still think Eastman and Laird are huge. Huge. I already recommended you a bunch of her comics.
Thank you, Not Far, for the super chat. But you really need to check up on Stephanie Phillips. She's one of the best new comic book writers. Grimm #1 that just came out is pure 3 fire emojis.
Does she have any graphic novels or collected editions? Good question. Terry Moore. That's a great answer.
Kevin Smith.
Okay, but Kevin Smith comes from the movie industry. It's a little bit different, even though he did get to write some comics. Yeah.
They get 5K is what Josh is saying for having their character on screen with Disney. Oh, Noah is giving props to Read Comics, best store
in the UK.
In the UK. And thank you, Joe, for reminding to hit the like button.
Did you write? Okay, to be fair, I haven't read anything about from CM Punk, so I don't know how good of a writer he is. Speaking of health benefits, what's the benefits?
The NFC benefits package like? Have they offered you a 401k yet?
No, my boss said we got to hit a certain level before I get a 401k package. I'm looking, I can afford health insurance right now for my kids. I don't even want to talk about that. That's real talk right there. The health insurance here in America. And
so she does. Amanda Mungy, Nuclear Family, Butcher of Paris.
Thank you so much. Butcher of Paris is the one that I wrote down. So I'll have to write down the other 2.
Omar, is the 8th Avengers epic Kang War date being pushed back to August 2nd? Most places are showing that, but CGN still has it as July 19th.
There are a lot of things that are changing around. So I think last time I talked to David, I told him that July was empty. Like July had 0 Marvel Omnis. So he was trying to make some things move around for July. And I think so far the books in July are King Conan and the oh my gosh, what is the other book that he had in there? Oh, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1 reprint.
Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Omar. If you had to take a bet, would Marvel do an OHC for Sword by Al Ewing, seeing as they are doing an OHC for almost all the Dawn and Reign of X?
Well, he's currently writing an X-Men series. Is it X-Men Red? Is that what he's writing? So maybe they can put Sword and X-Men Red together. Luke Cage Omnibus review will be out next week, the first week of June.
When should we expect an Incredible Hulk by Peter David on
Monday?
Volume 4 overview.
Monday. I'm wrapping up reading that and Amazing Spider-Man.
How's the Spawn?
Good. I showed it off a couple of weeks ago here on the live stream. I don't have it with me because it's upstairs. I'm reading it. And X-Men Red rocks. I'm happy to hear that because I love the original X-Men Red by Tom Taylor. There's a series I'd like to have in oversized hardcover.
Here, June. There's some great announcements this week, but where's Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4 reprint and Daredevil by Miller Companion?
I don't think Daredevil by Miller Companion got voted in the most wanted. Amazing Spider-Man 4 I'm sure we'll get that one day. Omar, come to Canada for our healthcare. Yes, but then I have to pay out the butt for Omnis. No deal. Or is that a good deal? Is that a good deal for a family of 4? That's a good deal, right?
Probably. You just spit on me.
Really? Hilarious.
No, I think it would probably be better. I think it would
balance
wise, it would be a better deal. Quick question:
we could live off the fat of the land.
And Marvel film TV shows. Animated DC.
I was a big fan of WandaVision. I really liked WandaVision. DC, I really like not Lois and Clark, Superman and Lois. I think that's a great show. And it doesn't feel like a CW show, but really the answer for that is Peacemaker. Peacemaker
was a lot of fun.
Awesome. And like, I didn't want to like it. I didn't like the character in the movie, but Peacemaker blew me away.
There was great character development.
And John Cena is a pretty good actor.
Yeah, he is.
He's a pretty good actor. Hey, Omar. Oh, go ahead, sweetie.
No, it's okay. AJ's asking or saying, just got a comics, finished Infinity Gauntlet, trade paperback, wants to get into Amazing Spider-Man. Is the Omni the way to go or Epics?
Whichever way you want, man. If Omnis suit you, then get the Omnis. If you like Epics, the Epics, you know what? I'll make it easier. If you can get an Omnibus and can afford it, the Volume 1 Omnibus is coming back into print in June. Did I say June? No, July. Yeah. So, yeah. Dude, let me tell you, I don't like Cena either, right? I saw him in Transformers, but then again, I didn't watch, what's he from, wrestling? I didn't watch him in wrestling. And he was in that Fast and the Furious movie, baby? I don't know.
I know but I really... with the kid playing the recorders in both nostrils. I'm John Cena!
Okay, but I'm serious, dude. It was so good. I hated the character. What's up, Joe? Cool with your... that me wearing a crown? That's
awesome!
So what I was gonna say is, like, I hated the character of him in the movie, but man, it was so good. It was so good, man. It's a little bit slow at first, but by the time you get to episode 3, you're like, oh. And there's some scenes that made me cry. I'm like, oh, that's a...
Did you?
With Eagly?
Oh. K-Pasa! Thanks for the super chat.
What's up, brother?
Kingsport Cal. Do you guys play on any of the Marvel mobile games?
No.
I love Strike Force and Puzzle Quest, although I do love me some puzzle games. Finished Snyder's Last Night on Earth. It was all right.
It was all right. I wish they had stuck with the idea towards the beginning of that, right? Like, is he really Batman or is he really crazy? I love those ideas. I think that's great.
John Cena is my favorite comic book writer.
You know what? I'll give him a chance. Hi from Finland.
Thanks for the super chat. Been watching over 2 years. First time in live. We need. Oh well, welcome. We need a Druna Omnibus. Is that how you
Druna? Yes.
Pronounce it. Who's that?
Okay. Thanks for putting me on the spot. I don't know.
You don't know something.
I have to look. Let me look at who Druna is.
Oh, Josh thinks that John Cena has the record for the most Make-A-Wish completed. Oh, cool.
Oh, that's great then. That makes him a better person than what I thought. Gruna.
Yeah. Let the memes flow. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Kenneth, so we answered that question. Hey, Junior.
Oh, wow. Druna looks great.
Join late. Sorry if you've already covered this, but do you have any news about the future of Conan Omnis, especially reprints?
Okay. All I can say right now is that everything that's been solicited is still coming out. And keep an eye on solicitations. As far as reprints, everything is up in the air right now. Everything was up in the air, but things changed because, well, things happen and contracts. It's so hard to talk about. Like, yeah, just keep an eye on the channel. I promise, like, you know, if things change, and I can just keep an eye for solicitations and keep an eye on the sky. I don't know what to say. Have a good day. God bless you. Good night. I wish I could say more.
You're on holiday?
Congratulations,
well,
Joaquin.
Have fun. Yes, congratulations for being on holiday.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you could join us live. I read Many Deaths of Layla Starr, simply the most wonderful graphic novel I've read for a long time. Magical. We did it I'm glad you enjoyed it. We did it for the book club a couple of months ago. And yeah, it was really good.
So tell me about this book club. Where can people join?
Torsten made a whole video essay on it and interviewed the author. Okay. So that was really cool. Yeah, book club. We'll start it up again in June. and just because of things I did not have time this month. So in Patreon, the $7.77 engagement tier, where we get engaged, you have access to not only Ask Me Anything, monthly chat where it's not rated, and book club meeting through Zoom. We vote on a book and read it and talk about it, and it's fun. So we'll do that in June.
Hey, what's up? This is the gentleman that put the thing together for us. This is Keaton.
The thing, as in the intros and the new
transitions.
Transitions, yeah.
And
so you guys that are digging that, he's the person that made it.
Good morning,
so
fam.
Thanks for the super chat, Keenan.
Did you guys read Hulk versus Thor: Banner of War yet? Epic! I can't wait for Donny Cates' Thor OHCs. No, dude, I haven't read it yet. But it is coming out in trade. I assume one day they're going to collect all that in oversized format. But yes, I would love that in oversized hardcover format. I'm not the only one. Do you think we'll get collections of Warlord by Mike Grell? I hope so. I also want that as one of my most wanted omnis. Can you say if JMS Spider-Man Omnibus is iMac or not? I think it is. I know that Hulk Volume 4 is, and that's the one I'm wrapping up today. So yes, I can't wait for the John Cena omnibus. What is wrong with you? Hey, Omar and Mel, what are your guys' favorite writers? Mine is Scott Snyder. Who would you say your favorite comic book writer? Chris Claremont.
I can't pick.
Oh boy. This is where my wife sits for like 5 minutes.
I know.
Brian K.
And you know
there,
what?
I answered for you.
Yes, I do really like it. What's her name? Amanda?
Connor.
She has a hard time being put on the spot too, and that made me feel better. So there you go.
Well, you and Amanda Connor can start your own show. Thinking about things for 10 minutes and answering questions every 15. That's the name of the show. I just named it for you and Amanda Connor.
Wait, because I haven't been on Discord for a week. Speaking of book club, we're doing an informal drop in book club next week on Astro City Metro
should.
Book 1 on Discord. We'll miss you, Melanie. Finish the school year strong. Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so glad. Good job.
They're not your students.
Discord, you have access to Discord in the $5 Patreon tier, and it's a wonderful, positive place.
We also have a Ask Me Anything. That's at the $5 tier?
Nope, it's $7.77 tier.
The replays at the $5 tier. It's a lot of fun. People ask me anything, and it gets crazy. And yeah, the last AMA was get those. Is that a good thing?
Down.
Yeah, it goes down in the AMA. It gets a little crazy, a little wild.
Nutbar is asking, what comics are you reading now that you're done with Once and Future? Wait, I don't know the answer. I did have an answer. I don't know, but I'm excited to make more videos now that, school's ending. And
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for the question.
Good answer. Hey, Omar, what is your favorite Chris Claremont book that is not X-Men related? Was Black Dragon? Is that what it was called? It was a fantasy book that he did with Bolton. I like that.
Keep hurting my bird.
His Fantastic Four wasn't too shabby either. And let's make it down here. Omnis to fill JMS and Nick Spencer gap. Brand New Day 1 and 2. The Gauntlet 1 and 2. Big Time 1 and 2. Superior. Return of Peter Parker World. Well, look at my man making his own Omnis. I like that.
Big Top P-Wing 1 and 2.
Look, Keenan, this is for you, buddy. You did the intros and transitions. Fire! That was a weak fire I read. I'm sorry about that. Have you seen the Doom Patrol show? I loved it. I thought Doom Patrol was probably the closest adaptation to a comic book that I've seen. But then again, I'm talking about Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol, which was always a little nutty. Hey, Omar, PD5, Hulk PD5, Peter David 5, 77 through 87, The End, Maestro Trilogy, New Fantastic Four, yay or nay? Nay. But it's not fair because I actually know what's happening. Dune is a fantasy science fiction comic book by Paolo Serpieti. For adults like Manara Comics. Well, you had me at Manara. And
it's 18 plus.
Flat spines are the best spines. Oh my gosh. You remember that controversy 2 years ago with the flat spines? Oh, I'll never. Whew. Mike Grell is now my favorite writer. He is brilliant at telling a story in few words. Claremont should have hired him to write. All right, okay. Now, Rick here, I can't even finish reading that. So, I love Mike Grell. I think he is one of the most. He was one of those Bronze Age writers that decided that we don't need that much dialogue to tell stories. We'll let the artists tell the stories. And that kind of got adapted by everybody else in the, in the 90s and then into the early aughts. So, yeah, he is a phenomenal writer and gritty too. Warlord was probably my favorite thing that he did. But then again, Green Arrow's great. Amanda and Mel. I would watch that.
Oh, thanks, Omar, too. Both of us interviewed Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti.
Close enough. Palmiotti.
Yeah. That
was a really fun interview because it was a couples interview and both Melanie and her really clicked because both of them forget things and have a hard time answering questions. And both Jimmy and I click because we make fun of our wives.
Well, no, it really did make me feel good because she's has awesome talent and so it makes me feel good that I'm not the only one. Yes, player 1 and 2. Near-mint condition, mess with your mind because it's in the wrong order.
Yeah. Oh well.
The AMA did happen this month. It was Sunday last week.
Yeah. So what happens is every month I let the Patreons vote. I give them a few dates that I'm available because I still have like family things to do. So it's a lot of fun though. People get in here, man. We have a good time. Let our hair down. Do people still say that? People still say let our hair down. And have some drinks and anything goes. Then people are like, try to get me to give them hints as to the upcoming Omnis, and I'm horrible at giving hints, by the way. This is from Supreme Omega. I thought we had one before this one.
It was Rick Gear, and I got it.
You got Rick's. Okay. Do you feel like the 90s was good for DC? Because for me, that was the golden age of legacy heroes with Wally, Kyle, Tim, and also they had Vertigo and Milestone. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. The 90s get a lot of hate. So much hate. But I feel like it gets a lot of hate from people that either were done with comics by the time the 90s came around. So like the old guard, they're like, I'll never read anything past 1985. Which I knew people like that when I worked at the comic book store that hadn't read, like, they didn't care about anything going on in Marvel or DC past 1985.
I don't care about music past 1990s. Except they might be giants.
Okay. Music from the 1990s sounds like one long song, but that's another story.
Yes, I love the sound.
1990s, get out of here. The 80s is where it's at. Anyway, but I feel like 90s gets a bad rap, but then there were some freaking amazing stories told in the 90s. I mean, people seem to forget about things like Preacher or Astro City or Transmetropolitan, Hitman. All these books that came out in the 90s that people were just, I'm not a fan of being an absolutist. I hate putting labels on people and things. Like, all of this is bad because it belongs in this category. That's not the way life is, right? So, wow, that was longer than expected. No, yes. As a bald person, my hair... Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, yes, Tapsy Logic.
Thank you, Ethan.
No, the gimmick covers from the 90s, yes.
I don't know if most people would agree with you, though. I think the gimmick covers are part of the reason why they killed the 90s comic sales. I would still...
Oh, I was thinking album covers.
Oh, my god.
Never mind.
So I actually talked to David about that. My Wolverine 3, now's a good time to have a die-cut cover. Like, the 3 from Wolverine number 50.
Oh, wait, yeah, those are amazing.
The 3 slash marks. And he was like, people would kill me. And I'm like,
yes.
I think he was talking about his collected editions department would kill him. I'm like, no, we need to do it. We need to have it. We need it. It would be great. It would. I'm like, you could charge. I was like, you could charge more and it could be limited edition. And he was like, yes, then definitely people would kill me if I charge more and make it limited edition.
Wait, Omar is absolutist about not being an absolutist.
I'm so an absolutist about not being an absolutist. What's up, Doc?
Came out in the 90s.
Every time I see Doc Holliday, I always think he's the man that quoted me for Batman 6 out of 10. Because he super chatted that question. Hi, Omar. If you choose, what comic story reminds you of your wife and daughters? Dude. There's a certain part in Maison Ikoku that reminds me of my wife. Where he's griping about Kyoko, how she's short-tempered, gets on his nerves. But he ends it with, but when she smiles, the world is mine. And I thought that was a beautiful way of describing my wife.
That's like
that was like a really sweet thing, and you're laughing.
No, I'm also tearing up. That is really sweet. But it's just like in my wedding vows to you that I start off like, well, no, I didn't start off. At one point, I'm like, and even when you're mad and you hang up on me on the phone because we're fighting, like I'm saying bad things about you, just like that. You're like short-tempered, can't make up her mind, but
sits there for 5 minutes thinking about who her favorite writer is? I can't answer that. There's too many things going on in my brain. I would get a die cut. My man Philip, what's up, buddy? But it would be buying it, ironically, to put my kid through college, and it's an investment. Gimmicky covers, man. Gimmicky covers is
but
where
they're
it was
so
at.
pretty. They're so pretty.
Late 80s, early 90s is where a lot of the good stuff. I love the way that you think, FedEx, because I'm the same way.
Yeah, because that's our childhood.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe for you as well, or your younger days, and that's always for... Seems like that, whoever you are, that's the golden years.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that love...
I think it's a psychological thing.
There's a ton of my viewers that love Ultimate Spider-Man. And just because I don't get it doesn't mean that,
because you're a kid when you read it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that was their entry to Marvel Comics, to Spider-Man. So it means a lot to them that the Omnibus is coming out. It's I think there's certain books out there for different people. Like I know, like when I announced Squirrel Girl, like people were like, "Oh," but there are a ton of people that were like on Twitter, like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this book is coming out. I loved it." And so I think there's a book out there for everybody. Everybody has an entry point to comics.
Oh, thank you.
The behind the scenes material arguments are great. Reality TV. Oh, the marital.
Invited to others to join up to support NFC through Patreon. Maybe we should put our arguments on Patreon.
No, we should not.
Because right? Because then arguments genuinely mad and you're a jerk. Could it be nice? Will you please show us The Amazing Spider-Man by JMS Volume 1 Omni?
I don't have it with me. I've been reading it all week, so it's upstairs. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I would. I'll go get it. No, sweetie, don't do it.
Yeah,
I got this. Here, go. I got the dust jackets right here if you want to get those. You just want to see the dust jacket? Is that okay?
I like getting up.
90s DC was great for me. Hate Death of Superman. All you want. It was what got me. See? What? That's why I included it in my Where to Begin Reading Superman. Death and Return makes sense. There's the Hulk one up there, baby. Somebody wanted to see earlier. Because those little gimmicks like the breaking of the bat and all of that worked to get people to read comics.
We don't throw away the dust jackets. I like my buddy.
Who's your buddy? Chip Zdarsky?
Chip Zdarsky.
I'm sorry. Here's the dust jackets. I take them off to go read them upstairs. But there's volume 1. And the direct market will have is this the direct? No, this is the standard. Direct market will have a different picture. And then all the covers in the back. This is the Hulk Volume 4 by Adam Kubert. That's the cover that I chose. But it has a spine of Mike Deodato right here. And here. End of an era. But is it, though? Don't we have enough for Volume 5?
Once I get up to find an Omni, I may never return from the labyrinth that is the near mint-condition library. Hey, Ace!
Oh, yes, both of them have curved spines, if you're worried about that. You're thinking of Volume 2 there were 3 books that were released in that weird era where we weren't getting anything because of the pandemic, and the only printer was in Malaysia that was open. So we had Wolverine, Volume 2, the first printing of that, Black Widow, and Spider-Man, Volume 2 by JMS. Now I call those the pandemic variants, because we never had them again after that. JMS has the best Spider-Man. Oh my god, now you're just trolling. I'm not even reading that.
Ramos Prime Rib. That's what he said in the interview. Chip Zdarsky. He's like, just throw them away. He may be joking. He's like, I don't care.
Oh, Dean is asking, when can we expect the next batch of announcements? Well, since things are shifting, I had to cancel 2 of the announcements. So I may have to save them for another day, unless it's like 3 years from now and I look a lot different. I'm like, I gotta re-record that since I don't look like that anymore.
Like you shaved your beard.
I shaved my beard. If the Hulk gets too excited.
James, if the Hulk gets too excited, does he Hulk out?
Well, to answer the question, you got to think about it logically, right? When he busts out, when he gets angry, every part of his clothing breaks except his pants. So maybe he doesn't Hulk out.
I get it.
Dust jackets were created to be thrown. You were dead to me.
They were to keep the books nice on store shelves. They tossed the trash we bought years ago. Now they've got great art on it. Well, maybe it had great art on it later. Okay. Omar releasing announcements out his deathbed.
She-Hulk by John Byrne. It did also have a flat spine. You were right about that. Yep. She-Hulk She-Hulk can threaten me all she wants to. I tell people to go and buy She-Hulk. I think it's a good book. It's not my fault that people don't buy them, and she gets canceled. Always good to see you here, Rebel by Design. Omar, any more Star Wars announcements coming? Yes.
Thanks, Rick Gear.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Rick Gear. I didn't know you were a Star Wars dude.
Mm-hmm.
She-Hulk flat? No.
Oh, that's why you're saying, I was like, why is Alison DeBarn saying, What's your favorite Sandman Universe series other than Sandman, of course? But my answer is Sandman.
Oh, Lucifer.
Let's see, I haven't read that.
Lucifer's phenomenal.
Nor have you the show. Was it good? Did you watch it?
Nor have I you the show.
Viewed.
No, I haven't seen the show. No, I saw one episode and I'm like, nope, not Lucifer. I did the same thing with Preacher. Nope.
What's your favorite bar? Oh, yeah, I could get like Preacher wouldn't live up to.
There's no way you can do Preacher on AMC.
Hi, Meow Nyan. I haven't seen you in a while. How do you feel about the return of Beast Howard to King of Fire?
Yeah, baby.
I'm not surprised, but on that subject, who has the worst SNK boss syndrome?
Wolfgang Krause. Rising Tomahawk. But
what's boss syndrome? Like using the same like spamming? Like what has the worst SNK boss syndrome? What's that mean?
Ask Meow Nyan. I don't know.
Well, you answered it.
My answer is always Wolfgang Krause. I'm excited. I love, is Rock Howard coming back though, or did we forget about Rock Howard? I love that little dude. He had a mix of Terry Bogart's art, fighting stances and fighting techniques, and his dad's Geese Howard. Raging Storm. Oh, I love that book.
You know what? Blue Sonic loves.
Both Wolverine omnibuses have flat spines, judging on them laying in front of me. Oh, yes. What? No, that's not true.
House of Dreams.
You like House of Dreams? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Have you seen?
I've not. Let me look it up.
Not right now.
Wait. Sure I can. Can we show that?
Yeah. This is from Titan. They sent us some books that we need to do overviews of.
Look at this gorgeous fella right here. Ooh. You know what? Oh, this is the answer. This is what I'm going to read next, Bar.
Hayden showed me.
See, 20 minutes later, I remember what it is.
The 9th and 11th Doctor.
Yeah. Wait.
Hardcovers. They look really nice.
We have an agreement that if we hear the TARDIS go wow, 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 then we're going to kill each other because we cannot share the Doctor.
That is true.
Yep.
Strange Academy needs 20 more issues for an omnibus treatment. Well, I interviewed Scotty Young last year or the year before, and we talked about how that would be a perfect book for omnibus once it's all over. Mark Spector Moon Knight Omni was the announcement of the year for me. I'm so glad. I love that different announcements bring joy to different people. It's great. Hey, Omar, do you know if any DC comics have gone out of print recently? As far as Marvel, though, what's out of print? Excalibur Standard Edition, Thor by Jason Aaron. And just out of print means at the distribution center, by the way. Fantastic Four by Hickman. Both volumes 1 and 2 are out of print. And JMS Spider-Man Volume 2. It's like a cycle, right? JMS Volume 1 comes back into print. JMS Volume 2 goes out of print. Feels like DC's year is rounding out with reprints. And comics, I noticed that too, and I said it on one of my videos. I think that might be so they can focus on next year. I'm hoping. How many comic issues do you read in a day? Oh, gosh, a lot. I read every day.
He reads a lot. I don't read.
I read today. I was reading earlier today. I was reading some Hulk, wrapping that up. I don't know. It depends on what I'm reading. If I'm reading manga, I can knock those out. I can read like 8 volumes quick. I don't know why I just said 8 instead of 10. Comics, I've read 1 Omni in a day before. Depends, though. Is it a modern omnibus? If you're Silver Age Omnis, that takes me a week or so. So I have to plan ahead. Burning Knuckle! Yeah, baby. Omar, any Daredevil or Spider-Man announcements coming up? No Daredevil, Spider-Man, yes. If everything's still going according to the plan. Thank you for the super chat and answering the question, Meow Nyan. Rock is back, but SNK boss syndrome is simple. Horrible boss, difficult for the simple reason of making you rage and waste quarters. Oh, man. Then I got to go with one of the Orochi characters, right? From 97. Yeah, I gotta go with those characters. If we're just sticking to SNK, King of Fighters 97.
But my type will always be you, baby.
Funny, good looking, handsome.
Yeah.
Is that the same?
Yeah.
Funny, witty, smart. Should I keep going? Yep. Just complimenting
R.I.P.
myself.
Omar. If it's come down to Omar versus Melanie, Melanie's gonna win.
How? Everybody thinks because my wife has a 3rd-degree black belt in Kempo, she can beat me up. She still has to sleep, so I can surprise her. That's how we do it.
Yeah, you would.
There's also crossovers with 10 and 13 crossovers with Weeping Angels, Silurians, Rose, and Martha. I like Martha. That was my gal.
I don't read every day in comics, and yeah, because it's not my job. Also,
I think it's more than 30 issues, honestly. It's like 50 issues sometimes. Sometimes I fly through them. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Also, ironically, I'm an English teacher, but I'm not that fast of a reader when it comes to comics. And also, I have a horrible memory when it comes to comics. Just reading a prose book, I can remember the events and way better than in a comic, which has pictures. So yeah, just he reads more.
Everybody said, did somebody say Martha? Because they're like, why did you say that name?
Yeah,
oh, Martha. I did say Martha.
Oh my gosh.
Why did you say?
Do you have any info on the new Innis Punisher story coming this fall?
I don't, but I hope it's... Let me tell you what my dream is, that I hope the Punisher comes back in omnibus format. I hope they come back and start collecting more of the epic formats. And I really hope that, you know, I hate to say this, but I hope there is an end to Punisher by Innis. Because I want all those little short stories he's been writing, all these little miniseries, to be collected in a companion omnibus. Oh yeah, Astonishing X-Men. Perfect example of a day omnibus. 26 issues? 25 issues? No problem. Hey Omar, why Judge Dredd book? Because I'm back to reading Judge Dredd, baby. I am on volume 18. Yep, so that's coming out in June. I have a deadline of June. Give myself deadlines.
Okay.
I want to keep reading more. I'm having a blast reading them. I'll be honest though, volume 17 was kind of a chore to get through. I don't know why. Volume 16 I had no issues with. Volume 17 I had to stop like 5 times to go and read something else. I'm getting a King in Black Omni this year. Do I need the Kate's Omnibus as well for context? It sets up King in Black. Matter of fact, you might be better off with the Donny Cates Van Omnibus than the King in Black Omnibus. Just because it sets up everything going on in King in Black.
Here's not Bar Super, the Unstoppable Bar. Thank you.
Okay, he's a different person.
Here, go ahead, read it. I'm gonna get this package.
Rebel by Design hates Astonishing X-Men. I feel like we click on every level except for Astonishing X-Men because she prefers, you like Morrison's X-Men, don't you?
No, Astonishing.
Do not get her started on why Morrison is superior to.
That's my name. It's Astonishing.
Oh, that's right. You should be New Melanie. Why do you think Wonder Woman has never been treated the same as Batman and Superman? Took years to get a movie, never had an animated series. She was never given the same opportunities as them. Why? All right.
She just wants to hear you.
She wants to catch me so I could get canceled. Okay. In all honesty, I mean, when you think about it, though, she did have a TV show, right? So that was way ahead of its time. And if not for her TV show, you know, there wouldn't have been like She-Hulk, because eventually, you know, Marvel wanted to do a She-Hulk TV show. So that's why Marvel rushed out a She-Hulk. Here's the thing from the toy perspective of things. I remember when Dan and I used to do Toy Fair and we go there, there was always a question of like, why is there like 10 male toys and 1 female toy? And the 1 female toy was like 2 to a case or 3 to a case compared to like the 5 to a case of toys. And every single distributor of toys or every toy company would answer, because girls don't sell as much. It's just a fact. They will sit and be peg warmers. You all know what peg warmers are. They just sit on a shelf at a toy store and just sit there. And that's what they kept saying. This is, again, 2004, 2005, 2006. So I think it took a while for the mentality to go away with women can't carry a movie. Women can't have a successful movie, right? And there for a while, like it seemed like we had Superman, we had Batman. Why didn't we get Wonder Woman? I think was it Joss Whedon that wrote? No, he wrote a Batgirl script. No, he did write a Wonder Woman script, but it just never came to be. So that's it. It's probably the mentality of what we were used to back then. Things are a lot different now, of course. I mean, with the popularity of the movie, even though 1984 was, woo.
Hey,
Omar, I have no idea why you thought I wasn't an SW fan. I'm assuming that's Star Wars. Love SW. However, I hate the sequel trilogy and most of Disney's plus SW. But I love Aaron Gillen, Soul. No love for the New Republic at all. You don't like the New Republic? Did you like Mando? Did you like Mando?
What's comic shop time?
Oh, well, it's comic shop time. Okay, so if you live in Europe and are interested in buying and pre-ordering Omnis, then you should definitely check out waltzcomicshop.com. They're out of Berlin, Germany. They have a flat rate shipping.
€9.90.
You're going to interrupt me and not even do it right. All right, I love you. €9.90 for all EU countries. Extremely careful and sturdy packaging. All emails are answered within
24 hours.
All right. That's waltzcomicshop.com. Head over there and type the code near mint condition at checkout to get free shipping for all EU countries.
With your first order.
Take it. You got to clear your throat to sing. Okay.
Waltz Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
Beautiful. Jingle Mel is what Walt calls you.
All right.
He doesn't give me a nickname.
So, first, from Derek.
Yeah, this.
Oh, wait, show the P.O. box.
Okay, so we do have a P.O. box for people to send us donations for giveaways or gifts. If you have a book you're trying to publish, send it our way. Near Mint Condition, P.O. Box 1678, Versailles, Kentucky, 40383. If you live far away and you want to send us fan art, that's all. You can send us fan art here, too, by the way. I haven't decorated with fan art in a long time. Send me some fan art, Arthur.
Yeah.
But if you do live far away and postage is a pain, you can always email us, nearmintcon@gmail.com. And speaking of fan art, we do have something here from Ezra Ezekiel.
Oh, cool, Ezra. That's really good.
That's classic team right there, baby. Look at the shininess on Colossus.
Look at Storm. Look at the pecs on Cyclops.
Easy. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, Cyclops. But thank you so much. We do love showing. Send your gym socks to their P.O. box. Their P.O. box. Thank you,
That
Ace.
would be amazing.
Paul's Comic Shop is owned by Baron Zemo. Thunderbolts Baron Zemo. Why do I keep getting blue balled with the Silver Surfer epic? It's coming out. I have a copy of it. You talking about the new one that's coming out? Liquid Shogun? And why is Silver Surfer teasing you like that? I have to say, this is from Derek Tyler. I don't know. Did he want me? It doesn't say not to read this. All right. This is an amazing gift. I used to have this. So encloses a book for your collection that I don't believe you have put back into it yet. Found this at my local comic book shop, Double Midnight Comics in New Hampshire, while digging through boxes of collected editions of Free Comic Book Day. It's definitely not in near mint condition. I don't care. This is me saying that. But it should be good until you're able to find one in better shape. I don't need one in better shape. This is, thank you. From the past times you have brought it up, sounded like it was one of the books you had wanted to get back. It is, man. Thank you so much. This is so sweet. Also sounded as though you had regretted letting it go before. I did attempt to clean it up a bit, price stickers and markings, that is, but it's still not perfect. Doesn't matter, man. This is awesome. However, since this is the first printing, you know the importance behind this book. One of the best writers and editors that Marvel ever had, in my opinion. If by chance you did manage to track down a copy, feel free to add the future giveaway or donate it to your local library. Now, if we can just get Marvel to start getting his work in Omni format, like Captain America, he got me the first printing of Squadron Supreme trade paperback. And I know a lot of people here come to my channel for Omnibus Editions and hardcovers and don't bother with trade paperbacks, but there is a story behind this. This is Mark Gruenwald's masterpiece. And Mark died at a young age, younger than me. And I always think about that Mark Gruenwald was younger than me when he died. And he did so much for comics. And, you know, had a 10-year run on Captain America, editor at Marvel Comics. And he did this. Holy crap. This book meant so much to him that it was in his will. When he died and he was cremated, his ashes were to be mixed with the inks to publish this book. So when this book came out, Mark Grunwald's ashes are mixed with the inks. And that's why, you know, this book means a lot to me, because this is a man's work, like his whole life. This is what represents the best of what he considered his time at Marvel Comics. And to have it back, I always regretted letting it go. And man, thank you so much, Derek. This was so sweet and completely unexpected, brother. Yeah, I love Squadron Supreme. And yeah, at the very beginning, you know, they talk about the ashes being mixed in. His wonderful wife left a beautiful message on one of my videos, and she actually emailed me thanking me for doing his handbook book overview justice. She's like, I don't think anybody has shown that much passion and love for my husband's work in a long time, and to hear you talk about his knowledge just made me really happy. You know, that was his wife. So thank you so much, Derek. It's morning Saturday stream. Freaking awesome.
That was really nice. Here, I want to get a couple super chats before we get to the next box. So, Ryan, I saw that we did miss this. Thank you for the super chat. Saw this week that Marvel is losing Conan rights, and December Volume 8 was delayed to September as well. What chance is there we don't finish the series before December?
So everything that I've already announced, everything that I've done a breaking news for Conan is coming out, no matter what. Like they are releasing it. The future of reprints and things like that, that's still, you know, just keep an eye out on solicits is all I can say right now to play. I can't quote anybody. I can't, because legally I don't want to get anybody in trouble, because things have already gone out that should not have gotten out. That's what I was saying earlier. There were tweets that were being tweeted out that should not have gone out. Because whenever you're dealing with contracts, you got to be careful, or you breach a contract, man. So I got to be careful. So that's all I can say is, like, keep an eye out on solicits, and every book that I have said is coming out, like I announced, those are still coming out. But at least we're finishing off for sure the Marvel years. Thoughts on the new
Thank you, Supreme Omega.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on the old Star Wars expanded universe, aka Legends. I feel like there was a lot of cool stories. It's a shame a lot of it was rendered.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were starting to answer it. That was all rendered non-canon by Disney.
I loved it, man. I'll be honest, it's my first time reading a lot of this stuff. I hadn't, besides Dark Empire, which is one of my favorites, by the way, so much so that I still have the hardcover. I love this. This was my Star Wars. Like, that was.
I didn't know you had that up there.
Expanded. These are some of my favorite books. Expanded Universe, right? So I had never read Knights of the Old Republic, and holy crap, that blew me away. Empire was awesome. The Darth Maul book, that was okay. But a lot of it has surprised me how well it is. And like I've always said, it doesn't matter if people consider it canon or not. If it happened and you remember the stories, then it was canon, man, in your head. That's all that matters. It's one of those things, right? Like, I swear there is going to be fingers pointed, though. That's what happens in this case. Somebody's going to say, oh, it's their fault. They didn't renew it. Oh, it's their fault. They pulled it before we could renew it. I can't speak of that yet. Maybe one day I can. Tales of the Jedi Dark Empire. Really? That good? Okay, now I look forward to reading that.
Thank you for the super chat again. Claremont is my X-Men.
Oh, yeah,
I do like that stuff. Hickman was doing Hawks and Pox, etc. How are we going to get X-Men in the MCU? Also, my favorite X-Men is Rogue. Sugar.
How are we gonna get them? That is the question, right? Well, no, I can't spoil that. Never mind. I'm sure they're coming. I'm sure whatever it is, it's gonna be huge. And I hope they keep it. I hope they keep it secret for a long time. Canon is determined by what you like. Absolutely. Who's this from?
So this is for the next giveaway when we hit how many subscribers?
70 or 75. It's up to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Christopher Denver sent us lots of books for our giveaway.
So we do
in the future. And these are really cool. These are unique.
These are for kids. This is Amulet, one of the top-selling graphic novel series of all time. It started with Flight, the anthology. If you've not checked out Flight, it is freaking awesome. These are the DC books for kids right here. You have the Secret Hero Society. Oh, dude, this
So
is
are
going
they
to be great.
pros or are they comics?
No, these are comics.
Okay. Here's Bone.
Yeah,
And
these are going to
on
be
the
great
back,
giveaways. There's a whole
Archimaniacs.
there's a whole set of Amulet here. Let me tell you, Amulet was one of those big surprises for Kazu Kibushi, the creator. He did not see this coming, and it blew up. And if you have kids in your family, like cousins, kids, or whomever, or you have neighbors that have kids, Amulet is such a great way to get kids to read comics. It is freaking awesome. What's
Hey, look, there's an inventory card. Thank you.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, because we got more Bone.
Oh, we do have Bone. Wow, that's a lot of Bone. Another great series, by the way.
Look, that's really pretty. And
oh, Little Gotham. I don't have that. Can I keep that one? Can I keep that one?
And Star Wars.
A New Hope. That's the yeah, that's the collector's edition.
Wow. So
let me see this primer. What is this? So superhero graphic novel. Okay. So this is one of the DC books, isn't it? Yeah. DC Young Adult. Thank you so much for donations, everybody.
Thank you, Christopher.
And there's one more
awesome.
set.
I was showing it off.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you.
That was a lot of fun getting to go to the Scholastic Fair and seeing the kids and talking to kids about comics. That one kid that was telling me about who was the character. I'm like, I ain't never heard. I was like, who's your favorite hero? I'm like, mine's Wolverine. He's like, he's okay. What's his name? It's that new book that kids are reading, comic. It's like part of the Captain Underpants and Dogman world. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I ain't never heard of that dude. Primer has been outselling Watchmen.
Ooh.
Captain Holt. Omar, are there Iron Man or Avengers Omni breaking news in the horizon? Epics, yes. Nothing on Omnis, though. I don't think.
Len read Amulet in 4th grade.
Oh, that's awesome. And I've been wanting to buy the volumes for a while now. Dude, Amulet was solid. Like, it was fun. It started in the Flight for Kids anthology. And if you've not checked out Flight, I know it's out of print, but they're still pretty easy to find. There are some great freaking pieces of art in there. Omar, you have Silver Surfer Parable? How are the reprints of Mobius issues? Oh, sweetie, It's over there. Can you get it for me? It's in the stack underneath. I got it last week, so I can't remember. On the left, down at the bottom, go up one shelf. Underneath the Mighty Marvel Masterworks, down one shelf. Underneath that should be Silver Surfer. Yeah. Communication.
One more. We had another box.
It was the return.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, one of our giveaways got returned from the UK.
From October.
And let me tell you, I'm not saying that,
It was sent to Great Britain.
it's $100 to ship these books. $100. And when it comes back, it breaks my heart because somebody didn't get their
a couple
books.
months ago too.
It just aggravates me because and they come back for no reason at all sometimes. Oh, they didn't write the right phone number down or something.
It said return to sender. She was our budding Miss what's her name? She didn't she couldn't find a reason. It just said return to sender, and she was upset about that. Yeah,
because that costs a lot of money. Here's what the Mobius art looks like from Parable. Of course, this doesn't do it justice because even though we're streaming in 1080p, doesn't do the book justice. Best Silver Surfer story, one of the best standalone graphic novels of all time. If you've not read Parable, it's the entire reason to own this book. That is Parable. This is Stan Lee and Mobius, phenomenal artist. And yeah, you don't need to know anything about Silver Surfer. You just read this as is. It's one of the greatest stories. It's available in Gallery Edition, but it is finally coming out. And that Gallery Edition is out of print, unfortunately. But it is coming out in trade paperback, Epic Collection for sure.
Jack Ferry, thank you for the super chat. And very good point. No Squadron Supreme equals no Watchmen. # facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Oh, dude, I love this quote. It is not given to us to know whether we shall succeed or not. In failure, there is no disgrace. There can be but one ultimate shame, the cowardice of not having tried. I love that quote. That's one of the best quotes in comics ever. That's in Silver Surfer Parable.
I like the lettering. That's really interesting. I wonder if after a while it would be difficult to read, though.
No.
Okay.
Silver Surfer reading order. Man, Marvel's making my job easy.
Oh, Rick was explaining about right there. No, wait.
Right here?
No. Rick was explaining about Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
His
opinion? Supers have been treated as well, though. Omar, I honestly don't really like the story of Dark Empire. Didn't like the art and felt that Clone Emperor was a slap in the face of sacrifice of Anakin Skywalker. But we knew when we're dealing with Clone Wars, we're going to have a Clone Emperor. That's always kind of been there, I thought. I tell you what, I love the artwork, though, because it reminded me of, like, heavy metal magazine art, like that European style of art.
Do you know Weird Wars?
Weird Wars? No.
Weird Wars?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, a teacher was asking.
Has Reign of X traits been canceled? I actually put that on our Patreon. I'll put it on social media. It's just been rebranded. I just got my Transformers Phase 2 and Volume 7 and 8 didn't come with a ribbon. It's not a mistake. The first printings and second printings sometimes do. Third printings, fourth printings sometimes don't. Depends on when it was printed.
Weird War.
Weird War? Show me what it looks like. It's like DC a classic old DC comic. Yeah. Okay. Who was talking about that?
One of my coworkers. He's just trying to find a collective because he read it in his childhood.
Oh, I don't think there is collected editions of those. Maybe some like DC archives. Issues. Oh, hey Omar, Superman by Tomasi and Gleason is out of stock everywhere. You think there will be go back to the printers? Absolutely. They did Batman and Robin. So, Omar, are you excited for Judgment Day? I love Kieran Gillen's Eternals. I think it's been probably my favorite Eternals run that has ever come out. Heard that we will learn a new info about X-Men. I'm already excited for this omnibus. I mean, if you think about it, Eternals, Celestials, X-Men have always had a connection there with Apocalypse and his ship, right? Maybe that's how we get them in the MCU. Mobius, the artist. Morbius, the vampire.
Hey, Reaper.
What's up, Reaper? How you doing? I don't get to see Reaper on the Saturday streams that much, but he's one of my favorite people. Do you think Omnibus will get a reprint? Well, I snuck in the top 25 most wanted Marvel Omni reprints. So they have our entire list. At the end of the day, they reprint what they want to, though. Guardians of the Galaxy by Bendis was on there. Or was not on our list, but they are reprinting that, probably because of the movie. Mobius, the living bovine artist. Hey, Omar, do you think we'll get a reprint of Supergirl? Many, many happy returns from Peter David. Well, I was hoping we'd finish out the Peter David Supergirl run. And sadly, that line got discontinued. So who knows? Kenny, I hope one day we do, because that is a great freaking story. Kind of almost wrapping up that whole Peter David Supergirl run.
I'm going to look back.
That's what I meant. I meant there's a showcase, not a archive. It's the black and white one. Better late than never. Anything major that I missed? No, not really major. Omar, what is the schedule this week? Is the Fraction overview one of those days? The schedule this week is it's not, but that's okay. Man, I really don't know. I haven't looked at my calendar. Saturday is JMS Spider-Man 1 reprint, and also the overview of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Revelations.
Did you film that yet?
I did with Lydia.
Okay.
Monday will be Hulk by Peter David Volume 4. And the Daredevil Mighty Marvel Masterworks review, Volume 1, the family review. Mm-hmm. Tuesday will be the Demon Days and Black Widow overview, and then Old Reader, New Reader. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think Thursday is the Dark Horse book. Wednesday might be the Superman reading order part 4. I want to go ahead and crank those out so I can start a new reading order. Friday, I don't know yet. I can't remember. I do have something planned, though. Thank you for asking, though. Well, Zombies is supposed to have a show, so fingers crossed. Hi, Omar. Charlton Neo Comics. Check that out. Thank you, sir.
Next month.
What has been your favorite Phase 4 MCU film? I think we can both say it's the same one. Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home was... That was a 10 out of 10 movie, I think, for me. I loved it. Boom! What's
Thanks.
up, Mega Shrimpster?
Thanks for the super chat. I missed the last Q&A and AMA. Just want to say hi. Oh, and remind everyone to hit that like button.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you, Mega Shrimpster. Michael Valenzuela. Hi, Omar. What's the best or your favorite JRJR run on Spidey? Stern? I don't even have to look at the rest of the question. Stern, Mackie, Strazinski, or Brand New Day issues? For me, it's always been Stern. I actually love that era of JRJR's artwork. Straczynski's is a close second, though, because Scott Hanna inking JRJR's artwork. That's John Romita Jr., by the way. I think it's freaking perfect. Thunderbolts Omnibus Volume 2 will be the overview of that. And I still need to put the poll if people would rather have the Fight Club, Thunderbolt era in the Omnibus Volume 3 or not. I'm going to put that poll up today.
I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. But
It's
hey guys,
Tomer.
It's Tomer. How are you doing? Good to see you. Do you collect any statues and busts? You have a few.
I've got a few statues, mainly anime related statues. I sold most of my statues and many years ago, paid for my collected editions. So I don't really collect them anymore because that's a rabbit hole. Omar, you still have to announce the Migalini and Bagley Omnibus. Just want to remind you. Thank you. What do you know that I don't? Best O'Neill comics for Marvel and DC. Oh, gosh. Okay, I got to go with Batman for DC. The creation of or Green Arrow, Green Lantern. Oh, this is so hard. Hard Traveling Heroes. I think that really opened up the door for a lot of things. And Daredevil. I love this Daredevil. Nobody talks about hardly ever about Daredevil. Dennis O'Neill's Daredevil. Not cancel-worthy, but my Batman hot take is that he is the least interesting member of his own family.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, thank you, Reaper. Jump on the $1 Patreon tier if you haven't already. If you buy one omnibus a year, you can afford to pay back NMC, nearly $12 a year. Thank you so much, man. You're such a good dude. He's been saying that for a couple of years now. Like he was on it.
I remember.
298 viewers and only 156 likes. Yeah, hit that like button. So the issue with the algorithm of YouTube is that they took away the dislike button, so people can't see that. Only creators can. But that throws the algorithm off because YouTube is used to working with the dislikes like. So, for example, you could have, I don't know, a trailer to She-Hulk and people's reaction are like, boo on the CG, but you're not going to know that. So now YouTube just looks at the likes and they're like, oh, this is a popular video. We got to keep promoting it. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, and like they really messed up taking that away. As a creator, I didn't mind the dislikes being there because how else are you supposed to know what a good video is? Right? You could have a video that has 1 million views and it has 800,000 dislikes and 10 likes. I never understood that. So, hey Omar, thank you for checking my artwork. Thank you for sending it our way.
What do you think we'll get a first, an Inhuman Omni or Squirrel Girl and Alvin the Chipmunks crossover? Wait, is there really one?
No, I don't know if there is or not.
I don't know.
My goodness. Batman sucks. Who said that? I at least said he was a 6 out of 10 occult detective. I will say, I think we'll get an Inhumans omnibus one day. Daredevil is being continued on Disney Plus. Yeah, Amanda and I cannot wait to talk about that next Wednesday. We're hoping it's a season 4. I know there's no announcement, but we're all assuming that it's going to be a season 4.
Eclipse, this is a good point. The removal of the dislike button has meant the death of pronunciation videos. That's true. What about any news of a Spider-Man versus Venom reprint?
No news. Not yet. Breaking news one day, maybe.
Joel likes a
that's a good
Spider-Man
run.
comics.
That's a really good run. Absolutely. I just prefer his Daredevil. It wasn't like a huge run. Did I just hear somebody rank Batman a 6 out of 10 member of his own family?
What's the best pre-unbeatable Squirrel Girl story?
The Steve Ditko. I mean, Steve Ditko is co-creator of Squirrel Girl. I mean, that book is huge, guys. That book almost has like, I want to say that's one of the biggest Marvel omnis. It's over 1,500 pages. It's huge. I'd definitely be the type of person to get 1 million views on a video only to get 800,000 dislikes. What did you do to get 800,000 dislikes, though?
Tell Ollie's clear space for the Inhumans already. Oh
Wow,
my
look
God,
at the hate.
Gio.
Look at the hate. I love it. I love it.
Yes, take away the dislike button. It's like everyone getting participation.
Thank you. Why are we doing that? It's not like you're rewarding the creators. Like, people are gonna hit like on what they like, and how else are you gonna let a creator? Well, I guess the creators can still see it. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm on the fence on Moon Knight Volume 2 due to so many great Omnibus coming out this month. I will say it has, here's the thing, it has some of the best Moon Knight stories and some of the not so great Moon Knight stories. I'm not going to say the worst, because they're still pretty good. I like the development that they did with the characters and taking it back to the supernatural elements that I enjoyed so much about Moon Knight. You want to read that? Baby?
What do you think the chances of a collected edition of the Mexican Spider-Man stories being translated to English and released in the market?
Let me tell you something right now. They don't even have to call it Spider-Man. They can just call it Gwen Stacy's booty. Those Mexican artists knew what the selling point was, man. They knew what the selling point is. Like a Gwen Stacy bending over and just about every issue and Spider-Man in the background going, yo, it's my magazine still. Like, it's a story of like Gwen Stacy living. Like, she didn't die in the Mexican Spider-Man comics. So it's a continuation of those stories. They got married, I think. There's an issue, I think, where they're both kissing and she's leaning over. And yeah, pretty interesting.
Was she leaning over?
No, she's leaning over.
And he knows on a Deadpool Omni. New Deadpool Omni.
No.
Let the Omar good. Let the hate
flow through you. Okay, Emperor. Are there going to be...
Good night, Fredinator.
Good night, buddy. Are there going to be reprints of Hulk by Peter David Volume 2? Yes, that comes out later this... Yeah, it's still coming out later this year, isn't it? Or is it early next year?
Good morning, Dylan.
Oh my gosh. No, it's early this year. Later this year. I don't know what I'm saying. Later this year, but it is coming. Which hero and villain should get their own TV series? Blue and Gold, baby. Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. They can be the perfect strangers of the 2020s. Falky and everybody. Yeah, I think so. I think villains. Who's a good villain that would make Kang? I like Kang. I don't know if I like MCU Disney Plus Kang, but Kang's a great villain. You can have a lot of stories with him. He's a time traveler. He's a complex character. That's true. He's a complex character.
Got my first 2 deluxe volumes of Berserk recently after watching your reviews. Looking forward to starting it soon. Cool.
Enjoy it, man. Keep in mind, it's a lot of adult content in there.
And give it some time, to really get into the story. Do you collect any Omnis or just the major publishers? Tucci crowdfunded She Volume 1 last year, and Keon is working on finishing Pit finally and making a collected edition of it.
Actually, Billy sent me a copy of one that I'll be giving away. I interviewed him and
sitting on.
Yeah, because I have a copy that Kyle sent me.
Oh, okay.
Billy Tucci sent me a copy because he that was his way of thanking me for telling him to make it oversized. He was on the show interviewing, and I said, "Oh, you got to make it oversized. People don't like that tiny standard size hardcover." And he took it into consideration and did it, and it blew up. So, I know he's doing a second one, and I haven't heard about Del Keon doing a Pit. Not the biggest fan of Pit, but I do love his artwork. I mean, he's one of my favorite Hulk artists of all time. Have you talked to David about potentially throwing in the Marvel team-up story in Mark Spector Volume 2? No, I haven't. Marvel team-up story. What was the Marvel team-up story? I know the one thing I do want them to throw in there are the 2 miniseries by Mensch to wrap up that era and getting us straight into the Charlie Houston era of Moon Knight.
Hi, Lord Omar and Lady Melanie. Sir
you.
David of Gabriel would be printing money if there was a Born Again Gallery edition.
Born Again or Long Shot. Good answer. Good answer with that long shot. Well, there are gallery editions, and I'm excited about a couple of them. And one in particular, I'm like, what? Why is that a gallery edition? That's interesting. Okay. You'll know which one.
Yeah, Born Again would be good.
Born Again is classic.
Do you think we could get a X-23 Omni in the future? I love the character, though, through the all-new Wolverine Omni, and would love to read more of her.
Yes.
I'm doing okay, thank you.
How you doing,
I burned myself. Look at that.
You did burn yourself, baby.
Marvel team up with Spider-Man in a coffin?
I don't remember that one. Heading down to Somerset. Thought I'd say what's up. Great show.
Hey,
Thank you,
Somerset,
Dr.
Kentucky.
Sachs. Enjoy. Your hair's looking great, Melanie.
Thanks.
Reaper is saying that.
Oh, thanks, Reaper.
Reaper's good people. Omar, I just noticed we have the same problem. All Sandman absolutes. Oh, I almost had it. Fits slightly too big to fit right. Yeah, we do have the same problem. I think sneak it over to the next one. Dang it. I wish that Death. Was it Death? Yeah, Death should have just had the 2 minis. Because there's a little bit of double dipping there. That's okay. It's leaping over into my Kirby shelf. Where to start with Inhumans? Fantastic Four, their first appearance. And Paul Jenkins, trade paperback. Omar, do you think House of X will be a better show or as a movie? Show. Yeah, show. Oh my gosh, give me an X-Men show. Absolutely. That's a good question, Jeff. I'm a bit confused. Is Mark Spector a Moon Knight writer? Oh,
as well as the character.
Okay, yeah, no, that's okay. No, Mark Spector is the character. Like that's one of his personas, right? Like Mark Spector, Jake Lockley, and Stephen Grant. Mark Spector Moon Knight was the series. That's what it was called in the 90s. Because he came back with a vengeance after Fist of Khonshu. So yeah, it's okay. You can always ask questions like that. Mm-hmm. Omar, when are you announcing that Nightfall Volume 3? Roberto Rodriguez. I don't know. When DC actually sends me information ahead of time. It's not like I hate DC. I love DC. They just don't talk to me often. This reminds me. This is this time of year usually when Clark Bull emails me back going, yeah, still checking on that. Omar, top 5 Marvel and DC stories. How about a top 1 or 2? Infinite Crisis, Blackest Night. Love both of those. Crisis on Infinite Earths, childhood. For Marvel, Fall of the Mutants, still one of the best. I know it's just an X-Men event, but I love it.
I haven't read Crisis on Infinite Earths since we dated.
Really liked World War Hulk. Planet Hulk was great. But Infinity Gauntlet, I mean, that's my childhood, so, yep. Hey, Omar, could you recommend some good...
Wait, did you read Innis Punisher?
Oh, no, I didn't. Billy Tucci will release an OHC for She based on Omar's recommendation. But DC still releases the standard size John Byrne Man of Steel Omar. Steel hardcovers when everybody wants an oversize. Maybe they're milking it, man. This is my milking it. They're milking it, right? They're milking it. They're gonna. Do it again. I'm not doing that.
Milking Omar.
Somebody will capture that screen grab and milking Omar or something. Maybe they know that they're gonna do an omnibus, and they're like, people are fools. They'll buy it, and then they'll release oversized hardcovers, and my dumb butt will buy those oversized hardcovers, and then they'll say an omnibus will buy it. Rio Thomas, what's up, buddy? Maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. Could you recommend some good medieval kind of books like Conan, but not Conan? You know, full dragon, swords, horses, and stuff. Even Conan, which are his best stories. Oh, I love everything by Roy Thomas. Is phenomenal. Kurt Busiek's run on Conan is great. Medieval, I'm going to go a little bit outside the box here and not go with Barbarian, but if you've not read Lake of Fire, it's freaking brilliant. It's one trade paperback. That's all there is. It's about the Crusades. That's all you need. You know what? I don't even want to spoil it. It's one of my favorite Image books. It blew me away. It's been in my hidden gems. I push it every chance I get. It's out of print. Omar milking the treats of commercials.
Lives on R616, milking Omar. Omar milking the teats of commercial shape.
But
Cowboy Omar, we're having buddy milking Omar.
Yeah, can we not get those two together, please? Ever? Berserk, of course. I gotta have to recommend Berserk. Like as far as
Landon was saying that last week. He mentioned they got the first 4 Berserk deluxe editions from CGN.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're so good. I mean, that's my jam.
He's mentioning that he's 16 again.
But there is a. Oh, he's mentioning. Oh gosh, yeah. Well, talk to your parents about that. What is that book? I just read it last year. Last God reads like a prose, like it reads like a freaking novel, fantasy novel. It is freaking awesome. But be prepared. It even has prose and songs and poems in there in between chapters. It's one of the best books released last year. Top 10 for sure. Absolutely check that out. And Scurry's great. And you know what? He's going ahead and say Mouse Guard too, because I like little mice that fight with swords. Milking Cow, Princess Omar. Make it so. Artists of the internet.
Bang, the Battle of the Tiger. I recommend.
There we go.
Right, Josh.
Melanie, that's your job. You should be recommending that.
I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking.
You read the question.
Oh, I did. Well, I'm multitasking.
Okay.
End of June. or perhaps the beginning of July, then, because it's like, what, June 29th, you said? Gonna be interviewing Josh about his Kickstarter for Bang the Ballad of a Tiger, which has gorgeous artwork and it's a fun story. So be on the lookout for that.
This is where it gets a little confusing because there is a Stephen Grant writer, and some of the Moon Knight was written by Stephen Grant. So there's nothing wrong with that question that you asked. Weird World. Wow, Jeff, I haven't thought of Weird World in such a long time.
Is that the Roger Rabbit knockoff? Cool World. That was it. I couldn't get into Ragnarok, which is a shame.
Oh, Ragnarok is so good. Oh my gosh, yes, Luther Strode, yay. Yes. Oh, yay. I love that. Dude, the violence in that. It's anime inspired. It's so good, over the top. One Scurry Volume 1 and 2 are out of print. I heard it's coming back to Image. Like, is it Image or Dark Horse? Somebody's actually legit publishing everything. So it will come back. Enough of Marvel. What? No. Enough of Harley Quinn. There, I said it.
From what I understand, the last chapter Miura completed can be seen as an ending of sorts from Berserk.
I do not look forward to reading that final volume. Now, if you know me, like, Berserk deserves the respect. Like, I have never downloaded a single digital file. And if you're doing that, that's awesome. That's good for you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. It's just me. I have such a history with Berserk. I've never downloaded the fan translations or anything, so I don't know what to expect from Volume 41. I can tell you what I will be doing, though, is shedding a tear when I read that last chapter written and drawn by him, because I'm not going to be able to contain myself. I have no idea how I'm going to do a review of that. I guess we can do it.
You got it. You can do it. You got it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Minties, I got to sleep. It's almost midnight here in my country.
Good night, Ezra.
Good night, buddy.
Once in Future.
Once in Future's a good one. That's a good one.
And then Josh is mad at me that I couldn't get into Ragnarok.
She couldn't get into Bang, the Ballad of the...
What? No, I didn't say that at all. I got faith in it.
Omar, I wrote a comic series with art by Mike Plug and Simon Beasley. Can I send you a copy to take a look? Absolutely.
Sure.
Especially with those two names. And read comics, yes, of course. Absolutely. I love both of those creators.
Let's see. Thanks for the super chat.
Burnt
She-Hulk starting point where?
Sensational, Volume 1. Or get the new epic that just came out. That has his early stories. It doesn't have the graphic novel. That will be in the previous volume, though. But why am I looking around like it's still up here? It's over there now. Now, keep in mind, he only writes the first 8 issues and then takes a break and comes back. And then everything was a dream sequence that he didn't do. Omar, coming for my brand. I won't do that. Just finished cutting down 2 trees. And happy to have made it today.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, Kyle. Omar Melanie, what are your thoughts on Scott Snyder's Justice League run?
I never watched it because
was that thing from
it's too long.
Gladiator. Like that. It's okay. It's okay. I really wasn't that big a fan. I know people really dig it, though.
Dave's wondering if he should hide his comic collection from lady visitors. I like this Holly, but it still gives me the nerd vibe.
Let me tell you something, Dave. It depends on what your plan is with these ladies. You plan on dating these ladies? Or you just want to have them over one night to watch a movie and play card games? Whatever it is that you do. I will say, if you're going to lock one down, though, you make sure you lock down with somebody that supports your hobby, that finds it that, it's part of who you are, and there's no shame in it. That's who you date, and that's who you marry. You don't marry somebody that's like, ugh, where are all these books? What a waste of money, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
somebody that only gets mad if you leave the books on the staircase.
I've never done that. I don't know what the heck she's talking about. But anyway.
But then I was thinking of the other side. Like, what if it just takes time for somebody to get, to know you, right? And
I was going to say that, yeah.
So, not to be ashamed, but just reveal parts of yourself at a time if it's completely new.
There you go.
Or maybe no. This is it. Okay, this is it.
Dating advice from Near Mint Condition.
That perhaps some people, and I don't know if you do, but some people come on too strong with passions. But it's always good in life to be in the middle, as in just there's perhaps more. not perhaps. There's more to you than comics, so like just as long as it's not overpowering, right?
Mhm.
That's it. But not to be ashamed of it. There, I found the right answer. Yeah, high
I
five.
haven't read any Lady Visitor. What's her power set? Judging your comics. What's up, Alex? There are only Rebirth hardcovers available right now. No good, no classic run. Not even a good classic run of the Secret Six. If she's the right one, your books won't matter. That's right, man. Just, I mean, it really depends, though. Like, I don't know what kind of person you are. If you're okay with hiding in books the rest of your life. True fact, Gladiator got it wrong. In reality, thumbs down meant they got to live. And thumbs up meant death. Final Shadow, wow.
You do our timestamp, so I completely believe
you. I believe you, man. Secret Six Omnibus, right? That's what we need. We need some of that Gail Simone Secret Six, baby. Will we see reprints of Conan Volume 1 and 3 before it's given up for Marvel? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Omar, did you like the style in Captain America by Ed Brubaker? The art style. Oh, yes. Yes, Steve Epting, man. Absolutely. Michael Lark. Yeah, those guys are great. I love it.
So Alex is an old comic book fan from France. I just started collecting Omnis, and I really want to thank you for your work.
Oh, thank you, Alex. And thank you for being here. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you all for being here. Smash that like button.
Derek saying, I took my wife to Comic-Con when we first started dating so she could experience that side of me.
Right. I mean, and they'll know, right? I don't know if I can do this the rest of my life. This is a deal breaker. Have a good day. There's too much BO in this convention for me. This isn't for me. It's been very helpful to my upgrade, as you call it. Yep. Oh, awesome. Yes, good. Omar, there are new announcements in the horizon from X-Men in the near future. No, those books have been moved, sadly. So nothing yet. Nothing yet. Do you think FF by Wade and Wieringo could see a reprint without a top? I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy by Bendis wasn't in our top 20, and they're reprinting that, so hopefully. Oh, no, the Marvel Predator thing.
Hey, Eddie Brock.
What's up, man? What's up, Venom? Or Eddie Brock. Nobody knows his real identity. Their real identity. I never know what to call him. Them. That's over and done with. That's why we're getting the Omnibus, and we're getting the Predator covers, and we're getting a Predator series eventually. I can't wait for an AVP OHC, though. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Sadly, we can't get things like, the Aliens versus Justice League, which wouldn't make any sense, right? Because that's more of a Stormwatch Authority book.
Mega Shrimpster, he did ask David Gabriel about the Cancel Marvel box set, but he can't say it because it might be
David
released.
said David said that might still come out. Don't say a word. And I said, okay.
Okay, so Kingsport Cal saying we missed the super chat. So I
need to teach you. I figured out a way that we can see all the super chats now.
Oh,
I can't do it right now. Thoughts on Executioner's Song, one of my favorite 90s. Oh my gosh, that's Fabian Niciesa's like
thank you for the super chat.
That really showed you what Fabian Niciesa could do without the Image people, right? Because that was their beginning, like setting up Cable, setting up Strife, setting up, the connection to Cyclops and all that. All that was Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee, Will Spertasio, and they left. So they left Marvel with like, well, here's the crumbs. Good luck. Dude, Batman versus Predator was great. I love Batman versus Andy Kubert on art. And there were two of them, weren't there? I don't think there was a third one. Love them. Where was I? Executioner Song, what they were able to do with pretty much the leftovers that Image left them with. By the way, I know you know this, but for the people that don't know this, the original name of that crossover was going to be called Sins of the Father, which was, talking about Cable, his connection to Cyclops, and who really Cable was, or Strife. I thought Fabian Niciesa, that's his crossover. I know Scott Lobdell wrote some stuff in there, Peter David, but that was Fabian Niciesa laying out everything that was left over and made it into a crossover. I thought he did an amazing job, honestly. Had some great artwork with Andy Kubert, Greg Capullo drawing issues of X-Force, Jay Lee drawing issues of the Peter David's Fantastic Four, X-Factor. Who's drawing? Brandon Peterson is one of those Jim Lee clones at the time that I never really got big into. Now, he developed his own style later on. He's a great artist now, but back then I just wasn't big in his art. Michelini Bagley is already 40 issues without Maximum Carnage. Doubt they throw it in. I don't think that would be in there. No way. Maybe issues of Amazing Spider-Man, but I think they'll do the Extinction Agenda, pull it out. Because, I mean, you got annuals in there, too. Just finished all new Wolverine. What should I read next for more Gabby and Jonathan in my life? Oh, man, I miss those characters. Mariko Takamaki had a series after that. By the way, I don't care. It will never be Scout, Mariko. You know what you're doing? It will always be Honey Badger.
I know you're going to say that.
I ain't talking about no Scout. Also, thank you for showing how to open those huge books. I had no idea. Oh, you're welcome. I learned that. Shout out to the Marvel Masterworks. Like, I learned that 15 years ago oh my gosh, 20 years ago when I joined that forum. Those old guys, you know, they've known that book trick for years. You think classic X-Men complete collections could get a reprint? I can't find volume 1 anywhere. Dude, I didn't know they were out of print. That's awesome. But not for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll ask about those. Good question.
Hello, anyone here? Ray question marks. What's up coming this week? Ray question marks. Spitty eyes. Dizziness, I suppose.
I answered what was going on this week, right? Didn't I? JMS Spidey tomorrow with the He-Man overview with my daughter in the afternoon, and then Monday is the Incredible Hulk by Peter David Volume 4 and Omnibus, and then in the afternoon it's the Daredevil Family Review, Mighty Marvel Masterworks Volume 1. Tuesdays the Demon Days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I don't know. That's a blur right now. I can't think. I had ideas written down. I think one of them is a Superman reading order part 4 because I want to knock them out. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
I forgot I wanted to do Demon Days. Have you read it?
Yeah. Oh. It's a quick read. It's beautiful.
Here, it's right here.
It's beautiful.
Look at this. Ooh, it's the size of
Peach
both of our
Momoko.
heads combined. Yeah, I really like Peach Momoko.
Why doesn't DC do DM covers? I don't know. I tell you, retailers they shut down their retailing page. There was always a thing with retailers that DC did not love retailers. They didn't care about comic book stores. I don't know. I don't know why they don't do it, really. Strife is hilarious as long as you're not a guest at his dinner party. I enjoy Bendis Daredevil Omnibus. Would I also like Soul's Daredevil? Yeah, I like Soul's Daredevil. Soul's Daredevil takes you back to the basics of going back to Hell's Kitchen after Mark Waid took him to California. Opening Omnis, the pupil has become the master. I am the Marvel masterwork now. Don't tell those guys. Hey, Omar, what do you think is the best Marvel event? Wow. I still, honestly, man, I love Infinity Gauntlet. That will always be a part of my childhood, and part of me loves it. I know it's hokey. He's in love with a bony lady, and he's just trying to show off, so he snaps his fingers and kills half of
He's in love with a bony lady.
That chick is bony. She ain't got no meat on her bones, literally. What is wrong with Thanos? He's a big dude. Anyway, I'm partial to that. War of the Realms I thought was fun. I like War of the Realms. Yeah, I didn't really dig Secret Empire. Not Secret Empire. I didn't dig that one that much either. Secret Invasion, didn't dig that. Thought it was a good premise. Just the execution didn't meet those expectations. They could have done a lot more with Secret Invasion. Trying to think of other ones. So don't get me started on Civil War, House of M. I'm happy for those people that love those, though. So good for you. Happy that you all are getting your House of M omnibus. Mm-hmm. I kind of dig Secret Wars, the 2015 Secret Wars. I thought that was excellent. What's up, Trigonosis? I haven't seen that, dude. My question's getting skipped. That is my dude. You better highlight his questions. And rest in peace to one of the greatest human beings, George Paredes. Not just a great artist, but a great human being. Great human being.
Death is only bones, but somehow she's got that Jessica Rabbit figure.
She's got the booty underneath that cloak. What are we talking about? Is Vagabond still worth reading, even though it might never finish? Absolutely. Just like Berserk is worth reading, even though it didn't get finished. Absolutely. Ooh, Infinity Gauntlet versus Annihilation. I hate you, JT. That's such a good question. Oh, Annihilation Conquest is the right answer, though. Loved Annihilation Conquest.
Breaking news. Robot Design and Omar have reconciled over Civil War shade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Yay.
Happy for those that love it, though. I do like the art. But you can't come at me that Johnny Storm's going to get knocked off by a beer bottle at a bar. Johnny Storm. The guy that took down Galactus is going to get knocked out by a beer bottle by some dude biker at a bar. Get that bleep out of here.
The bleep.
Get that bleep out of my eyesight. Come on now.
Have you ever read Bruce Jones' Twisted Tales? Sure wish they would print it as a trade paperback or oversized hardcover.
No, but I have read Bruce Jones' Hulk, and I know he comes from... Wait a minute. Now I can blow my wife's mind. Bruce Jones also wrote a lot of horror comics for Eerie and Creepy magazine, including a story called Jennifer, which they later made into a Masters of Horror episode. Remember Jennifer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Bruce Jones. That doesn't
cool.
blow your mind? Okay. I guess we're done. I've managed to blow your mind for like 15, how many years have we been together? 12 years, 13 years.
We started dating in 2005.
Of course I remember that.
Or was it 2004?
Of course I remember that.
I don't know.
Hello everyone. Why is it
Here you go, Trichinosis. Why isn't the book solicited after New Warriors 2 have been released, but New Warriors is delayed? Does it have to do with the printer's use?
Yeah, it is. Sadly. It's still coming. Dude, you know as soon as I get that book, I'm putting down everything. I gotta go pick up the kids. I ain't got time to pick up the kids. I gotta read New Warriors Volume 2. I gotta tweet Fame Niciesa. It's real, baby.
You don't know how to tweet.
I don't know how to tweet.
Hey, Girl Bar Wood. I love that episode, Masters of Horror.
Dude, that episode of Masters of Horror, there's that certain like, ooh, she's hot, but she's the definition of butterface. So I gotta back up a little bit. Oh man, that episode was gross. Has anyone tried throwing a beer at Galactus?
Beer bottle at Galactus. It might work. Right?
Maybe Mark Miller has. Do you think we'll get an Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6 next year? Would it be able to run into Spider-Man? It would be a thick boy. It would be a thick boy to map up the Stearns run. I think there's enough material for 2, really, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. You think Image Comics will reprint Fade Out? I know they're reprinting. Wait, I thought they are reprinting Fade Out. Wasn't that one of them? I thought. I'll have to check. I know. You know what? I'm gonna check. I haven't talked to my contact at Image in a long time. Last time we tried to set up an interview and it didn't work, and it's not her fault. People are busy. But it was going to be with Jeff Lemire, and that just, he was busy. I don't know what he was doing. So I'll definitely reach out to her about that. Omar flattens his own tires to finish out New Wars. I ain't got time. What's up, Bo? Bo, we need to reschedule me going on your show in June, okay? And now that Melanie's out of work, for the summer, she can join us too if you have her, or you can just have Melanie and ignore me. Are there any large-scale Marvel runs similar to Hickman's Avengers or Fantastic Four? Oh,
what's happening with the Batman Ninja Turtles on me?
It was canceled, man. Still not in the solicit, so I don't know what's going on. Sadly, it was one of my most wanted. Image should reprint everything. I agree with that. Omar, Conan is leaving Marvel. Will Epic Collections be incomplete? I mean, there is one Epic that's going to be solicited, so I don't know, man. Hope springs eternal, brother. Will you do another mapping session? Yes, we are going to map, I believe, Scarlet Witch is what we decided. That's coming soon. I got to make sure everybody is still on board.
So, Newspeed Channel, I heard Ed saw Omar making milking gestures earlier today. If, say, someone such as I wanted to ask about these amazing skills in an after-hours type of live stream, how might we be able to?
All right, Melanie, take it away.
No, you do it this time.
All right, we have a Patreon. It's in the description of the video. There's a link to our Patreon. There's a $1 tier, $5 tier, $7.77 tier. I know that's odd, but that's kind of what I wanted to do, is make it odd, because it gets you odd kinds of
people.
Nope. What is it called? Perks. $10 tier, that's the recognition tier, and then a $25 one-on-one tier, which is still sold out. And I'm trying to find ways of getting people snuck in the one off every month. It's just finding the time to do it. Like, reading takes a long time, and then I want to make sure I treat the channel. The channel doesn't suffer because, it's still the videos like on YouTube. Like, and that's only if you can join, by the way. I understand. Not everybody has the means to pay a monthly thing. I get it. Yeah. But if you can, it's a great way to support the channel, since this is my living. This is what I do for a living. So got my new, oh my God, he did. What is wrong with you, Philip?
There you go.
That looks like
There
I'm.
you go. It looks like you're dancing.
No, it does not. It looks like I'm milking a cow.
Taurus, I was talking about you earlier, and your interview with the author of Many Designated Star, because somebody was saying how awesome the book is. It's like the favorite. And well, thanks. Thanks, Bo. Sorry, I'm multitasking.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite Superman run? John Byrne's Superman is one of my favorites. Jeff Johns is close second. I love Jeff Johns' run. And Superman by Tomasi.
So Omar, how many more questions?
We'll have a couple more. It's 1 o'clock. Omar, y'all need a ticker like News has, but for Canon answers. Conan answers only.
Canon answers.
So, did you read Savage Avengers? Yes, I did. It was enjoyable and funny. Milking Omar should be a t-shirt. Milking Omar should be a TV show. And don't take that out of context. Milking Omar shoots. Evildoer beware. Oh my god, that guy's milking. Omar, any chance we get a Secret Avengers by Brubaker Omni? I hope so. I love that run. I know it's a run that Warren Ellis started, and I know his name for some people is problematic. But there were some really good stories. I mean, Moon Knight joining the Secret Avengers, and then, eventually Ed Brubaker joining. And was it Nick Spencer that wrapped it up? Are there any large-scale Marvel runs similar to Hickman's Avengers and Fantastic Four or Aaron's Thor? Thanks, you two. Oh, absolutely. Captain America by Mark Gruenwald. 10 years writing that. Chris Claremont on X-Men. 17 years, and then he kept coming back. The man can't stay away. I love it. Roger Stern on Spider-Man, Roger Stern on Avengers, John Byrne on Fantastic Four. This is back also at a time when writers would stick on a book for a while. Femini Ciesa was around on X-Men for quite a number of years. Scott Lobdell stuck around for a long time. Peter David on The Incredible Hulk. We got 4 of those, maybe 5 one day. Maybe a companion too.
Peter David on Hulk, did you say that? I
said Peter David on Hulk. Walter Simonson on Thor. I mean, there are some stellar runs. Anna Cinti on Daredevil. Frank Miller on Daredevil.
Dan Jurgens on Superman.
Dan Jurgens on Superman. Excellent. Louis Simonson on X Factor. Louis Simonson on Superman. That was a different era when writers stuck to a book for a long time.
Secret Avengers is Brubaker Ellis Remender.
Thank you. But didn't Nick Spencer write a follow-up to that? Somebody,
Ant-Man Volume 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Ant-Man Volume 2.
I think you'll be happy, Tyler. Hi, Omar. What do you think about the 2017 Miles Morales by Saladin Ahmed? I'm enjoying it. The popularity of Miles when there's no movie or Omni's coming out just seems to die down. So hopefully there'll be an interest in Miles again after the 2 Omnis come out this summer. And then, of course, Stan Lee and everything. Thank you. Let's not forget that. Roy Thomas, Stan Lee. I mean, they stayed on books forever. Marv Wolf. Look at Marv Wolfman on New Teen Titans. Absolutely.
Gene Colan on Tomb of Dracula.
Yeah. And everybody, by the way, yes, you all are showing some amazing suggestions there. Stan Lee.
Well.
Is that it then? Everyone hit that like button on the way out. Check out our spread shop. We do have shirts there and stickers for sale. Especially if you're going to conventions. That's how you know you're a Minty. You're like, hey, man, I see that Near Me Condition shirt. Do you watch that show? Nah, but I like his t-shirts.
That's okay with me.
That's okay with me.
It's free advertising, baby.
We will be at Heroes Con, and I got to fill out New York Comic Con. Got back to me, and it looks like we can get in with not a, I don't know, it's a different kind of press pass, like a professional press pass. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we might be going to New York Comic Con, and look for us at Heroes Con. If you're going, hit us up. Shoot me an email and Instagram. We'll be mentioning it the closer we get. I got to start scheduling some interviews. Patreon, yes, if you can afford it. Everyone stay healthy and safe out there. We love you all.
Is suggesting find an AMV called Berserk Another Love by Bale Downing. Warning, it will make you cry. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the lookout.
Later, taters.
Later, taters.
Stay minty.
You got to hit